The Denver Broncos absolutely shellacked my Atlanta Falcons in Week 11, and their reward is they get to go on the road to play the Las Vegas Raiders here in Week 12. My name's Tyler, here with my brother Ryan, and we're going to break down this Broncos Raiders Week 12 matchup. But before we get into that, we do have a goal of getting to 6,000 subscribers by the end of the calendar year. Still wild that we are saying that and that we think that is possible. And so thanks to all of you all that have joined the channel. So how about this grieving Falcons fan after you just absolutely spanked our ass? And hit that subscribe button, leave a like and a comment. Let us know who you think will win this game and why. And so, yeah, obviously with an intro, you guys all know who I was rooting for. I will say, if you didn't watch our preview video, I did pick you all to win. And it's because of the exact reasons on why you guys destroyed us. Dominant in the trenches, great defensive performance. Bo Nix has been playing solid. Sean Payton, excellent game plan overall. All the movement and motion. Broncos are absolutely coming around. It's going to be kind of one of those things where this might not be the year where y'all make a deep run, but I think you guys can make the playoffs, absolutely. But then over the next couple of years, as Bo Nix keeps getting better, and as you guys get one or two more like stud skill position players, it's going to be a very formidable team. And what's going to be weird, all of a sudden, the AFC West is now extremely loaded. Like you got Patrick Mahomes. We're recording this now. Justin Herbert and the Chargers look solid, and they're a superstar away, I think, from being like real AFC contenders, similar to the Broncos. So this is going to be a lot of fun. A team that ironically has a superstar, but is on a horrible team, the Raiders and Brock Bowers. They are not good this year. Yeah, so sorry, Raiders fans, but Brock Bowers is a hit. You guys absolutely crushed that pick.
Oh yeah, no, that's a fantastic pick. I do want to say one thing. I think before the intro even started, about half a second into this video, all Broncos fans knew that you were rooting for the Falcons this Sunday against, with your background. So
yeah, so I gave it away. Was it my
shirt? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So this, to me, this game, like I was laughing before we kind of recorded. So the Broncos are a 5.5-point road favorite. I feel like that's a little low. But ESPN Matchup Predictor has them right now at a 51% chance to win, basically calling this game a coin flip. And I don't think that is quite the case. This Denver team has been really good this season. Very much unexpected. Bo Nix himself has been pretty impressive, especially as the season has gone on. We've seen him really improve. And the thing to me, like watching that Falcons game with you, was just the command that he has over that offense. Like, yeah, he didn't really like light up the stat sheet against you guys, but just that offense as a whole.
No, he lit the stat sheet up against us.
Oh, he did? Oh, I actually thought they just ran.
No, you were thinking of the Falcons offense that didn't light up the stat sheet. Yeah, no. Oh. But well, tell me if this is lighting up the stat sheet. 28 for 33, 307, 4 touchdowns, 145 rating.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry.
He didn't light up the stat sheet in the warm-ups. I think that's what you're trying to say.
Yeah. Okay, he hasn't lit up the stat sheets that much this year, Falcons game aside, but he's just done such a good job of being in command of this offense and getting them in and out of the right play, kind of talking with Sean Payton and doing a really good job of just being efficient. And I think that to me is what's most impressive about his rookie year. Well, so are you going to disagree with me?
No. Okay. I think you're partly right because we've seen from Bo Nix, we have seen some games like in the Carolina win, he had 298 yards, and this is team yards, so like it's not including like sacks or anything like that. So 298 yards. He's had a couple of good, like he had 231 in week 2. They've had a couple of games overall where he hasn't surpassed 200 yards. One game he didn't even pass 100, but I say that though because what has really been the success for the Broncos is they haven't beaten themselves up that much. Bo Nix might make a rookie mistake overall, like he's had a couple of turnovers. So 3, 6. So since week 5, they've only had 6 turnovers. They've had 0 in their last 2 games. So if you go look at those first 4 games, though, they had 7 turnovers. And so that's just kind of where they're starting to get – they were very efficient, and it's kind of what I said, too, going into the previewing of this game is they've, I think, phenomenal coaching. Sean Payton is one of the best coaches that we've had that we've seen in the NFL. And now he's molding a very young and opportunistic mind in Bo Nix, who has a skill set and he's developing really well. Something I'll fully admit that I did not really fully believe kind of in the offseason. Like, I think they had to take Bo Nix, but we'll have to see if he's already hit his ceiling, what that would look like. And to your point, he's had that command. I think they could maybe improve a little bit in the running back room. I think they need another superstar to go alongside Cortland Sutton, and maybe they found it in the Devon Relay guy. 4 catches, 66 yards, 5 targets, and he's having a decent season overall. Kind of as I pull up his season so far, 26 catches, 281 yards, and a touchdown. He's starting to improve a lot more over these past couple of games. But so we'll kind of have to wait and see. Another big thing, though, too, is this defense. This defense is also top-notch as well. This defense is one of the better ones in the league. They absolutely dominate us on the interior. I would say this is also pretty good stats as well. 4th overall in total yards allowed, 7th in passing yards allowed, 6th in rushing yards allowed. Probably the most important stat, and I haven't updated the stats from the Sunday Night Football game, so maybe it's a little bit different with the Chargers. Let's see where the Chargers are at, potentially. But first overall in sacks per game, 39 sacks per game.
Yeah.
And so this defense overall is extremely feisty, tough to go up against. And yeah, this Raiders team is going to have a tough time scoring against this Broncos defense. And so it's really going to be Brock Bowers or bust. I mean, you do still have Jacoby Myers. They did throw for 282 yards today against a solid Miami Dolphins team. But it's just going to be tough, I think, for this Raiders team to be consistent. They're the worst rushing team in the league. Jacoby Myers was their leading rusher today off 1 carry for 20 yards. And so, yeah, I think that kind of says it when it comes to this offense here. It's really Brock Bowers or bust for any Raiders offensive success. And defensively, they're not that good either. So other than that, the Raiders are a pretty solid team.
Yeah, and one thing, too, to kind of watch, not that I think that really have a big effect on the outcome of this game specifically, but Zach Allen did leave the game with an injury. I'm unsure if he came back or not. Honestly, I would be totally honest. I saw him go out with the injury, but they were already up by so much I kind of stopped paying attention. So I don't know if he came back in or not. So Broncos fans, let us know down below. Let's get into predictions here. If it's not obvious, I think we're both going with the Broncos. This Broncos team has just been really impressive this year. I think you look at just what they're doing, and they're starting to create more explosive plays, yes, but they are just so efficient on the offensive side of the ball and the defensive side of the ball that it's just they're becoming overwhelming for teams that can't not make mistakes. Like, for example, your Falcons today, that offensive line struggled, that defensive line struggled, and like they were just able to capitalize on those specific units, and then it just became this overwhelming loss that really just kind of lost in the trenches. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen here with the Raiders. I feel like this Broncos team, they're going to come in, they're going to run the football, they're going to complete some high percentage passes. All of a sudden, it's going to be 21-6, and the Raiders have to start dropping back and throwing the ball 6 out of every 7 plays, and Denver can pin their ears back and get after the passer, force turnovers, and it's just a snowball effect of more points on more points. So,
yeah, no, it's especially too with this Broncos team. If they get behind, we have seen that where they get a little bit out of their rhythm and they got to take a little more chances. But I just don't think that's going to be the case. Within this game, even if like the Raiders get up a touchdown or maybe 10 points early on, I think the Broncos can still just efficiently methodically. That's I was want to say systemically, and I'm like that's not. and so can methodically just move the ball down the field and take their opportunities, because I know this defense is going to get stops on this Raiders offense, and so if they can shut down Brock Bowers, you're going to shut down this offense.
Yeah, no, exactly. So let's go ahead, wrap this video up here. If you guys have not already, please go ahead and like and subscribe. It is the best way to help out the channel. While you're down there, go ahead and leave a comment on who you think is going to come out ahead. Let's not be kidding around here. Let us know how much you think the Broncos are going to win by, and other than that, we'll see you guys next time.